Hey K-pop fans, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another chaotic round of K-pop updates. Don't take anything personally, this video is just my opinion. So let's get started. Bring Kpopcorn, cause today we're diving straight into the madness. Okay, let's not sugarcoat it. This week started with literal tragedy. A massive high-rise fire broke out in Hong Kong. The death count kept rising, rescue teams couldn't even reach certain floors, and the whole city went into full panic mode. So naturally everyone went, wait, Mama Awards are in 2 days. Are they still happening? When the news dropped, the internet collectively froze. People were posting things like, cancel it, that's basic humanity. How are you supposed to cheer and clap when a whole city is in mourning? If this happened in our country, the event would be shut down immediately. And honestly, I agreed. The math was not mathing. But here's the plot twist. Mama said, yeah, we're still doing it. After urgent meetings, internal discussions, and careful review, the committee basically said, we're proceeding, but we'll make the show more quiet and solemn. People already boarded flights, so yeah. The event is happening at Kpopcorn Stadium, only 20 minutes away from where the fire happened. That alone is crazy. And here's the kicker. Some international celebrity presenters like Michelle Yeoh quietly dropped out, obviously, and then it got messy. So while fans were debating whether Mama should even exist this year, another bomb dropped. MEOVV's entire stage rehearsal leaked, and the set list included a song called Burning Up. Yes, Burning Up. In the middle of a citywide fire crisis, people went feral. Do not let them perform that song. This is actually insane timing. How did no one think about this? Like, imagine stepping onto a stage and singing Burning Up while an actual tragedy happened hours away. PR nightmare. Career suicide. Fans begged their company to replace the track, switch the order, do something. But again, the organizers are reviewing the situation. K-pop companies will create a fire concept during an actual fire, but won't let idols date. Make it make sense. And this was just the warm-up. While everyone was busy arguing about whether Mama should be canceled or not, Hee Jin walked into court like she was about to drop the season finale of a long-running K-pop series. And oh, she delivered. The courtroom wasn't ready, the internet wasn't ready. Honestly, even I wasn't ready. The moment she started speaking, it felt less like a legal testimony and more like she was unsealing the lore of HYBE itself. She revealed that Bang Si-hyuk didn't just recruit her, he pursued her. Not in a casual business way, but in a please don't say no, we need you desperately way. She said he visited her parents, reassured them he'd treat her well, and promised she would have creative freedom. Like, imagine being so important that one of the biggest CEOs in K-pop is out here meeting your family like a man asking for your hand in marriage. Then, mid-testimony, she broke down crying, describing how Bang told her she was the only person who could create a girl group that would change the industry. Not one of the best, not a strong candidate, the one. She painted a picture where HYBE basically framed her as their golden architect, the mastermind who'd bring them prestige, innovation, and a girl group to rival everyone. And now, according to her, the same company is calling her manipulative, delusional, and not mentally stable. The contrast is insane. The courtroom reaction was literally silent. The internet reaction? Explosive. People were posting edits like, girl, they used your genius, then treated you like a glitch. She described feeling betrayed, not because they disagreed with her ideas, but because they allegedly erased her contributions the moment the relationship went south. The entire testimony felt like someone ripping open a gift box expecting a perfume and finding a full-blown scandal inside. And I swear, every sentence she said spawned a new debate thread. Some think she's telling the truth. Some think she's performing. Some think she's exposing industry secrets on purpose. But one thing is clear, she didn't hold back, she didn't sugarcoat. She came ready to spill every detail she had been keeping for years. But trust me, the HYBE plot twists were far from over. ALLDAY Project dropped their shiny new track list, and for the first 3 seconds, everyone was like, okay, cute, new music, love that for them. Until someone zoomed in and said, hold on, where's Youngseo's solo? And that's when the timeline detonated, because every single member had their own solo, a subunit collab, or at least something, except Youngseo, who got the digital equivalent of a participation sticker. Within minutes, fans were typing like their keyboards owed them money. Comments were brutal. Are we pretending she doesn't exist? Why is the group lineup giving main character and background extras? This isn't favoritism, this is sabotage with lighting. Some even joke that Youngseo must have found out the company's dark secrets because the erasure was too obvious. And here's the funniest part. The company clearly saw the backlash because they yeeted the original post and tried a quiet re-upload like no one would notice. Spoiler, everybody noticed. And the updated version made even less sense. It was giving last-minute homework scribbled on the bus energy. The more they tried to fix it, the more chaotic it became. Like watching someone attempt CPR on a PR disaster that was already legally dead. Fan communities started organizing threads, collecting receipts, comparing lines, screen time, everything. It escalated from, why doesn't she have a track? To, is this idol mistreatment 101? It went from fandom frustration to, what is management actually doing? Within hours, Youngseo herself stayed quiet, which only fueled even more concern. And just when people thought the situation couldn't get any messier, new scandals started erupting like popcorn in hot oil. So Megan really woke up one morning and said, let me casually admit I used to lash out at Yoonchae. And the entire K-pop internet hit the brakes like, excuse me? Because it wasn't just, I snapped once. She openly said it happened multiple times during trainee days. And here's where it gets messy. Yoonchae couldn't speak English back then. So people immediately connected the dots and went, this isn't just attitude. This feels like power imbalance. Why lash out at the one person who can't defend herself? It's giving bullying with subtitles missing. Then, because the internet never sleeps, the infamous banana comment came crawling out of its grave again. People started stitching clips, writing essays, adding receipts, and suddenly Megan was trending under words she probably never wants to see next to her name. Accusations ranged from microaggressions to racial insensitivity to behavior consistent with favoritism and exclusion. Meanwhile, Megan's defenders were like, guys, they were 15. Teenagers fight, teenagers say dumb stuff. She apologized, let it go. And honestly, they're not lying. The two do seem close now. Their chemistry on stage, off-stage interactions, and behind-the-scenes clips all show they're comfortable with each other. But the problem is, the internet never accepts closure. If there is even a 3% chance of drama, people will dig like they're being paid per shovel. And so even though KATSEYE fans declared the issue resolved, the general K-pop timeline treated it like a Netflix special that needed a second season. But wait, the drama still wasn't done with Megan, because another rumor came crawling out right after this. And then, because Megan clearly couldn't catch a single break this week, another clip went viral. This time accusing her of almost saying the N-word on livestream.
All y'all like to say that Megan just has beef with everyone.
Keyword, almost. Because when you watch the actual video, like the full video, not the 3-second malicious crop, she literally just stuttered. She was trying to say need, and her tongue lagged like a Wi-Fi connection in a basement dorm. But antis? No, they decided to host their own Olympics in reaching. Some people were posting captions like, she almost said it, I heard it. She paused too long. She had the intention. Be serious. How are we out here analyzing someone's intentions based on a micro glitch in pronunciation? Meanwhile, people with common sense were defending her like, this is weird behavior to lie about. Do you want her to breathe slower? What do you want? Go outside, touch grass, talk to humans. This is what happens when the timeline gets bored. Honestly, you could practically hear their eye rolls through the screen. And here's the funniest part. Even the people who don't stan her were like, okay, this accusation is embarrassing. For you. The whole situation turned into a masterclass in how to turn nothing into controversy with zero research. But hey, this is K-pop. The internet loves a villain, even when they have to manufacture one. And then we moved from scandal to vocals, because apparently every idol had their singing skills dragged this week. RIIZE pulled up with Fame, and Eunseok opened the song with this super low, gravel-coated voice that sounded like he swallowed a speaker and said, yeah, this is my moment. International fans, they were living. Comments like, his tone is so unique, OMG. I didn't expect this, but I kinda love it. Give this man a villain OST immediately. Meanwhile, Korea said, no, because what is this? And they cooked him with zero mercy. Some of the top comments were brutal. Why is he rapping like Najamin pretending to be serious? This sounds like a tired dad reading bedtime stories. He's growling. At us? For what? Who directed him? Come outside. One comment literally said, this is what happens when SM gives someone a part just to be nice. That one sent me. But fans are fighting hard, saying his tone is fresh, experimental, and actually suits the concept if you listen a third time. Like, okay, I respect the dedication, but you can't blame people for being confused when it sounds like he recorded the verse at 4 a.m. half awake using his soul's basement voice. But honestly, K-pop needs weird voices sometimes. If every idol sounded like a vocal academy demo, we'd all be asleep. And then out of nowhere, Bangchan got dragged too, because apparently no male idol was escaping vocal criticism this week. So suddenly Bangchan woke up and found himself labeled as threatening because someone screenshotted his bubble messages completely out of context, and the way people were reacting, you'd think he sent a ransom note, when in reality, the man was literally joking about boxing with fans the same way idols tease their fandoms like, "I'll fight you for not streaming," "Square up if you ate without me," real goofy, playful energy. But of course, Antis twisted it like he was preparing for Mortal Kombat Season 3. Posts were like, "He's being aggressive. This is uncomfortable behavior. Idols shouldn't talk like this. Be for real. This is Bangchan, not a mafia boss sending warnings through Bubble." His defenders immediately pulled up like an army on caffeine. It's a paid app. Why are Antis even inside? Who invited you? If you're offended by a joke, that's a you problem. Touch grass, hydrate, take a nap. And honestly, they're right. This is exactly why idols barely speak anymore. Parasocial culture is so unhinged that anything they say, even a joke, becomes a scandalized TED Talk on the timeline. If an idol breathes wrong, it's problematic behavior. If they try humor, it's threatening. If they stay silent, it's cold and disconnected. No wonder half the industry replies with emojis now. It's safer. And now. The main reason you clicked this video, the biggest, wildest topic of the week that had every fandom on fire. Nope. Not canceled, not postponed, not delayed, not even paused. The committee said the event will continue with a solemn tone, but at the end of the day, it's happening because idols already flew in, sponsors already paid, the entire production is booked, canceling would cost millions. It's insensitive, but it's business. K-pop doesn't stop, even when it maybe should. The fire is heartbreaking, the casualties are real, the timing is horrible, but Mama is still rolling out the red carpet. This whole situation is one giant example of K-pop industry. We hear your concerns, but anyway. That's everything for this week's roller coaster. Drop your thoughts below.